Hello, I'm Dawn. This is Yarn is a Sport, and I'd like you to play ball. Today, I was able to go to a yarn shop in Winter Haven, Florida, and it is one of the loveliest yarn shops I've ever been in. It was spaced so it was easy to get around. They had a great selection of yarns. They had classes going on. They had notions, project bags. It was spinning wheels. It was absolutely complete. They had, I was asked by a few people, 2 or 3 of them, if I needed anything, if I had any questions. They were knowledgeable. They asked me in a way where they were doing something, but I didn't feel like they were put out to ask me. They were more than willing to stop what they were doing. I did ask if I could video, and I got a little distracted and did some shopping instead. I will show you what I purchased. Now they had, like I said, a huge selection of yarns, and hanks, partial skeins, minis, fiber for spinning, and I found an area in the back with some sale items, and I believe it's because the colors are being discontinued, or they are discontinuing carrying that particular not necessarily the brand, but that particular type of yarn. The first one I got, I've not heard of before. It's called Anzula, and it's, if I can get that on there, Anzula. Vera is the, Anzula is the company, Vera is their name for this base, and it is a sport weight. And I am trying to concentrate on getting more linen, silk, bamboo, or combinations thereof, because we are in the warmer climates. This one is 65% silk and 35% linen, and it has 365 yards. So that's very nice hank. I do have some other things I'm going to put it with. It'll be mixed. And you can do that. You just have to watch your stitches and how you do it. So that was the first one. Then this one is Trailhead Yarns, and it's a vegan yarn. This is called Ham and Pie. Some nice bright colors, pastels, but lighter colors. This is 55% cotton and 45% linen. This is a lace weight, 100 grams, 630 yards. But this would be lovely for a shawl. Then I was able to find 3 of this one, and this is Wild Daisy, and it is by the company Knit One Crochet Two being spelled T-O-O as in also. And this one is 38% linen, 32% silk, and 30% hemp. And it has 100 grams, 272 yards, and it uses needle size 4 to 6, hand wash. The colorway is called Flower Field, and I thought that would just be a fun top. Probably a t-shirt is what I'm thinking about for this one. And then also Daisy, but I think this one is just called Daisy, not Wild Daisy, because it's more tonal. It's not in the multiple colors in the colorway. And this one is 100 yards and 100 grams, 272 yards, 4 to 6 needle. It is also 38% linen, 32% silk, and 30% hemp. And I might put them together, but I do think I'm going to do just these three, and then these for something else, but we'll see. The hemp, earthquake, sorry. The hemp, the reason I'm looking at bamboo is it is lighter, it's breathable, as is silk. Linen wicks. Hemp has a property that I don't know if it absorbs or deflects the UV rays, but it I think deflects the rays, but it's supposed to help with UV protection when you wear it. And then wool does have some antibacterial properties to it. It's just, it's so warm. I'm really trying to avoid alpaca for that very reason, because there's a lot of silk and alpaca blends, but I just trying to stay lighter and something that will be wicking. Then you know, Malabrigo is one of my favorites, and I found this one, and it is Susuro, and it is a DK. It has 325 yards. It is 50% mulberry silk, 25% merino wool, and 25% linen. And I thought that was just a nice color to blend, mix in with some others. Doesn't go with anything. I had thought that it would, but you need to check your yarns in different lights before you start a project. In the shops, it's usually fluorescent. In here I have LEDs, and outside natural light, they look different, and so you'll want to check in natural light is the most reliable lighting. In that same base, which was the silk, linen, and merino, with Susuro, this one is number 148, Hollyhock. Oh, that one was Obsidian, which is the name of a stone. The ones that were not tonal, had variations in them, were named for stones. The ones that were tonal were named for flowers in this particular Susuro blend. And this one is Hollyhock, and it's, yeah, that's more the color. It's not quite as bright as it's showing. It's almost matching my shirt there, but it is definitely a little darker. think this is close to the color for 2023, isn't it? I like that color. And I'm thinking these two are the colors that I have things mixed in storage. So I think these two will be going together. The other thing I wanted to tell you is the feel of these is very much, linen is very much, has the feel of dishcloth cotton, but once it is knit and washed and worn, it softens up so much that it has a silky feel to it. So do keep that in mind with linen, is it has a lot of good properties to it as far as, like I said, the wicking, it's going to soften, it wears well. Alright, and then getting back to the Malabrigo, I found two in this darker purple color. It's more of a jewel tone. That's, yeah, it's a little, yeah, that's too bright. And this one is called Dewberry. It is number 141. And again, I have two of those. And that might be enough to do just a plain little top. There's 380, right? 325. So that might be enough for me to do a sleeveless top. Then I found 4 linen Lang Linello, and this one is 47% linen, 32% cotton, and 28% viscose. And viscose is a bamboo, it's made from bamboo, but these have nice colorway with the taupe, the goldenrod, the chartreuse, the pale yellow, and I am pretty sure this taupe color I have a solid in this brand. So I was thinking this would make a nice cardigan. It's not going to be a solid cardigan, but much like the one I'm wearing, I wear something underneath it. And they had buttons for sale that were on sale. I had them for sale, but these were on sale. These are mother of pearl, and they're little triangles. There were 10 of them, and I like unusual buttons. I think they just really add to the character and uniqueness of a one-of-a-kind knit, hand knit. So that was what I purchased. Again, I got distracted. I didn't do any photography, but it is a lovely shop. They've got, like I said, spinning wheels, fiber, great selection of yarns. They had, and don't get me wrong, they had La Bohème by Amy. The Corey, the new one that Vlek sweater was out of. They had Madelinetosh. They a lot of Emma. A great selection of yarns. They had classes going on. What they were doing today, I think it was hand crochet, where you don't use the hooks, you use your hands with, yarn the size of my thumb. And they were making baskets. And it was a 2-hour class. I heard her at the beginning. They were making them. I got there about a little before 1 o'clock, and they had started shortly after I got there. And she said, you know, it's a 2-hour class. We'll try to get as much done as possible. If you're almost done, you know, we'll help you finish up. I like that. I like when a shop has knowledgeable staff and has more concern for the craft, and the customer being able to utilize what they have for sale. They are going to have a knit along that starts January 12th. This is 4 pearls in Winter Haven, Florida, but I believe that they're doing it through Instagram and online, so I shouldn't say online, through their Facebook. But the Collins tee, it's one I've looked at. They had 2 racks of samples you could try on that were shawls, sweaters, t-shirts. I like when they have that many samples because it's not just a matter of seeing how the yarn will work up. It's a matter of seeing the stitches and the pattern. And I'm much more inclined to do that Collins now that I have seen it in person and I see the texture of the different stitches. There's more to the stitches than I could tell from just a photo. I hope I had some information that was helpful today. If you're in the area, absolutely stop at 4 Pearls. They have a great online. I did look at what they had online. I'm sure that they would be more than happy to answer any questions that you would have if you called them. And enjoy your crafting, and thanks for stopping by and playing ball.